What's up, my peeps? Time for the doctor. Welcome to Denoted. I hope everyone's having a good Saturday night. Just gonna make sure this stream is running before I get to talking. It appears we are live. Looks good. And audio's good. Perfect. So how's everyone doing tonight? Tonight we are going to go over a recipe a little bit later, banana apple berry and grape AF, and then but first we're going to go over the lemon bakeries. There's not too many of them, as well as I'm not too fond of it, as well as there's a storm going right now, so it's a combination of but I'll give it as least of a biased opinion. Luckily, most of these weren't hideous or anything, and I wouldn't say I love them, but I didn't hate most of them. Yeah, so let's see if this actually works. I am gonna double check, make sure I'm ready. There we go, should be ready. Let's switch over to here. Yeah. So I'm not gonna rank them. I'll give them a score and all that shindig, but I'm just gonna kind of go in order because it's kind of hard to find all of them. I don't have the Google Sheets or anything like that, but we will go over one by one. First, starting off with Lemon Cake by Inawera, the Polish Army. I did this one at 2%. This one is a decent light lemon with a good kind of cakey bakery. I get kind of like a crumbly cake almost, kind of like a thicker, not a thicker, but a crummier pound cake out of it. The lemon is kind of, and this is a common problem tonight, the lemons for most of them are kind of light. It's more of almost a zesty or just kind of a hint, kind of like someone spit a lemon onto your bakery. But the lemon notes all tonight are pretty good for the most part. The lemon one in this was a little bit zesty at 2%, so I would recommend using it at lower percentages. I did enjoy it, however, like I said, I don't like lemon cakes or lemon bakeries. So it was kind of a little bit too lemony for me, which I would give it like an overall like a 7. Like if you're huge in the lemon bakeries, I would deep dive this, but I wouldn't go out of your way if you're just kind of a simple lemon person. The next one, lemon cheesecake SSA. That one really surprised me. So lemon pound cake, we'll get into that later. But the lemon cheesecake, I really enjoyed. The cheesecake crust on it is fantastic, and it has just a little bit of lemon to it. It's very light, almost like FA's custard, but it's a delicious cheesecake. I really like the graham on it. It's not too much as well. It's like, I would say probably 75% graham and then 25% lemon. So for me and my preferences, it's well balanced. Has a nice thick, dense body to it as well. And there's something else in there, like maybe a cinnamon or a brown sugar in the cheesecake crust. But overall, I enjoyed it. That one I liked a lot better. I would give it like an 8. Probably my favorite of the week would be the lemon cheesecake by SSA. And now into the lemon pound cake SSA. Lemon pound cake SSA, I got a lot of flack because I didn't like it too much. I tried it again. It still has the greasy butter notes in it, but it's not as bad as I made it out to be. The body is great. I even found, while I was cleaning up, found my old tester and retried that one. I think this one benefits from a steep for about 2 weeks. I think it was way better in 2 weeks than in 1 week. The lemon is still, there more than the others. The pound cake's greasiness disappeared. It still has some buttery in there, which for me is a really weird for a pound cake. I don't get butter in pound cakes. That's just me. At least I've never had it. But I did enjoy the steeped one. The steeped one, if I remember correctly, was at 2%. And the buttery, cakey notes of it were really good and had a light lemon, again, which most of these are. But I enjoyed it a lot better this time, at least trying the old steeper, which is probably more than a month. But I think this one, as I said, definitely benefits from a steep, and I liked it. It had overall a pretty good body. Uh, wasn't overly too dry after the steep. Uh, and pretty good. I would say my favorite out of the three was the cheesecake. The cheesecake uh, surprised me. I couldn't source lemon pound cake. As you can see here, it has 4 stars. Uh, let's see how this works. We could check it out. It has 4 stars, so not too many people have it. Dense and delicious lemon yellow pound cake, flavor with hints of vanilla. Try it with strawberry whipped cream. Not a lot from them. I wouldn't be surprised if it was really good, but I didn't source it and didn't want to order direct. Lemon coconut cream cake, same issue. Same with the lemon cake and lemon cheesecake. All these ones. And no, I'm not doing that one. Uh, Plus, I don't even know where you can get Bigford now. Alright, so now let's get on to probably my favorite ones of the night, or one of my favorite ones of the night. So there we go. So let's just do V1 and then V2. By the way, Sam, I will be doing Metaphor and Pandora and all that, and the wafers. So lemon meringue pie cap V1, I was expecting to hate. I've heard a lot of people praise this flavor over the years, and so I was expecting I'd probably hate it just because I don't like lemon meringue pies in real life. To me, this was really a delicious lemon meringue pie. It had the perfect amount of lemon. It had more than the cakes, I would say. But it wasn't overpowering like one that we'll talk in the future. By the way, the storm's picking up. I don't know where this storm came from. We're getting that hurricane. So I don't know how this will go if I lose connection. That's it. Whatever, you know. But anyways, lemon meringue pie. I did this one. I think I did it at 5. Yeah, 5%. I'm pretty sure you can go all over the board with this one, 5 to 10. That's what I'm guessing, because at 5% it was fine, but I could see that I could push it further. It's a delicious meringue pie. It does that cream. I don't know the exact cream in the meringue. I'm assuming it's just meringue, right? That's it, just meringue. Is really delicious. It's got that like gelatin kind of feel to it without the like texture. It does a really good job. It's not overly dry, somewhat juicy for a bakery. It is pretty sweet. It is pretty. Give me a second. 1 second, buddy. I got your back. If I can get this loaded. There you go. How do we do this? Boom. Boom. There you go. I think that's it. There you go. Anyways, meringue pie is probably the most versatile, most used of the night, and I think it would probably be the only one of the future besides the lemon cheesecake that I'll use. I think a lot of these I'm going to use in blueberry recipes and try to just have the lemon complement the blueberry and try to take the blueberry to override the lemon. To where it's, in the 10 to 5% lemon range. And I think this is where I would start because I really like it. I also didn't mention the crust on it. It has like this light kind of graham crust. It's delicious. It's not too much, but it's like the perfect thin crust. Now V2, I don't like it as much. It seems to take all the density, depth, and all the delicious unhealthy stuff in it and takes it out. It's a little less denser, a little bit more thinner, a little less sweeter. It's not bad, but it just seems like a notch down. I also get a little bit more lemon out of V2 than I do V1. Besides that, I don't see much of a difference beyond the integrity and density of the vape, but uh, I don't think you really need that unless you're like health reasons. You don't want to dap it up or whatever. But lemon meringue pie V2, if you can't get your hands on V1, it's okay. It will do. I don't think it's that terrible. I think if I never tried V1, I would be like, yeah, this is great. Uh, I would still put it in, a tie. I would give lemon meringue pie like an 8, and then I would get the V2 probably like a 6.5. Lemon meringue pie by Flavor West, however, I don't like it. It's out of the tonight off my head. I think it's the most lemony. It doesn't have much meringue, at least that I get. It's pretty much a lemon graham. Uh, I didn't really enjoy it. It was a little bit pledgy too at the start. At the start, like the shake and vapor, the first 3 days, it was a little sharp, a little harsh, and then a little bit pledgy or cleaner. The cleaner steeped out. It still had a little harshness, but I didn't really enjoy this one. I think this was probably one of my least favorite of the night. It also has that thing. I don't know what's in it. It contains a form of sugar, so that's not good. But it is what it is. I wouldn't recommend this one. Uh, just not that enjoyable. And after I tried it with the caps, and after trying caps, it's just I didn't see a point of it. You're getting way too much lemon, not enough pie. You're getting harshness off the shake. Whereas I think caps didn't. I mean, it benefited from a steep. Don't get me wrong, but I think overall it didn't need it. You could do it within 24 hours or overnight. It would be a little rowdy. Whereas Flavor West definitely needs a while, and I still didn't enjoy it after a steep. So I wouldn't recommend that. CSC, couldn't source it. Noms, we did that. I can't even remember. I forgot to retest that one, but I can find my notes real quick. Give me a second to find it. I think, yeah, I remember this one. I actually enjoyed this one. I gave it an 8 if I remember correctly. I'm very anti-lemon bakeries, as you know. And lemon meringue pie noms, I think, was the first one that I actually enjoyed. It's got a really good graham note, a really good meringue note, and then the lemon's there, but it kind of it complements the others while not overtaking it. It's probably 10%, 15% lemon. It's very light on there, but it has a good body, good density. Doesn't need much of a steep, and it's pretty good. I think it's really solid. I think if you're deep diving meringue pies, I think this is probably one of the best ones. I would say get Cap in this one. Those are probably the two. Cap V1. But yeah, that one's pretty good. It's one of the newer ones. The whole line from Noms was quite amazing. No one has. Linda gave it 5 stars, and then yeah, we all pretty much loved that entire lineup. Right. So, anyways, time for Metaphor. Let me see if it's lined up right. So, Metaphor, Sam reminded me. I knew there was a couple that I forgot to test, and I couldn't remember which ones, and it was Metaphor and Pandora. However, I've worked with them in the past and used them, and I like both of them. Metaphor, if I remember correctly, is more like it's supposed to be the cookie one, and Pandora is more supposed to be like the cakey one. I get like Metaphor gives me like a creamy cookie with a little bit of lemon on it, almost like a zest, like it's very light on the lemon, which is a common theme besides Flavor West tonight, by the way. and it's pretty good. I tend to use it in custards and with blueberries, which I is pretty much all that I use these flavors for, is with blueberries. And then the other one, which is their cake version, is Pandora, which is the women cake one. I like this one a little bit better. The cake element into it is it's very fluffy, light, almost like I get like a white cake out of it, maybe a yellow cake. I'm not a cake professional, but if I had to guess, it would be like a white cake with like lemon baked into it. So it's not like on the crust or anything, it's like actually baked into it. But it's a very light lemon again. Both have really good body. Both are kind of hard to source. I think you have to go to the noms to get them. I think Canada might have them too. But they're both underutilized, I feel like we forget about them because, we're looking for lemons or bakeries and we never search Pandora. Like, what? I thought that was for music. I don't think you should deep dive them. Unless you need to, unless you want to. But overall, I think they're pretty decent. We've already done this one. So, lemon cookies from Real Flavors. I couldn't source. I haven't heard much things from them. But they do make a lot of good bakeries. I did get lemonade cookie, TPA. Contains blah, 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 may cause cancer. Whatever. This one is okay, except I don't really like the cookie. The cookie's a little crispy, a little hard, you know what I mean? Like, too crunchy, you know what I mean? A little burnt. And then the lemonade, I don't get no lemonade out of it. It's just plain simple lemon zest. This one kind of sucks off the shake. It's pretty sharp and harsh as the storm picks up. I can hear it. Wow. We weren't expecting a storm. But yeah, anyways, this one has not the best body either. It's a little bit like, kind of like has holes through it, if that makes sense. It's a little wispy. You also have to use it a little bit higher in the 3 to 6 range. I've worked with it and haven't really enjoyed anything. And this single flavor test is kind of inspiration because you're like, oh, maybe I can make some out of this. But really the burntness of the cookie and the like dryness of the cookie and overall dryness of the flavor kind of ruins a lot of stuff. So I wouldn't recommend getting this one. I would honestly recommend just making your own. One that I do recommend is lemon creme wafer from Kim Novatic. This one I got for free from BCF. And I wasn't expecting to like it, obviously. Also, by the way, worst wafer you can get is the lemon one. Like, is there one worse? There's vanilla, strawberry, chocolate, hazelnut. I've seen pistachio, but lemon, that has to be the worst one. Is there a worse wafer flavor possibility? I mean, without being outrageous. Like, of course, broccoli wafers would be the worst. But I bet you can make, like, corn wafers would be better than lemon wafers. Whatever. But I digress. This one is pretty good. Now, I don't get much of the cream from the wafer, but I definitely get, like, lemon wafer sticks. And that sounds very weird. But I just get, like, the wafer sticks with lemon in them. I don't get much cream. I don't get the creaminess that you get from wafers. It more is like a wispy whipped cream, whereas wafers are a little bit more dense. This is a little bit lighter. However, I enjoyed it. I tested this one at 5%. I haven't mixed with it yet, and I retested it for the show at a, what was it? I think a little bit higher. No, I tested lower. I did 4. But I enjoyed this one. It's very light, but not in a negative way. I think this one will work well with other flavors because it is light. It's not so light that it's going to get bullied, but I think it's light enough to where you can kind of mold it into whatever you want, like maybe a strawberry lemon cream wafer or whatever you want to do with it. However, I enjoyed it a lot. It did have lightness to it, but the body, the sweetness, was pretty good. It had one of the better top note lemon kind of bakeries things. I don't even know how to explain it, but the inhale was pretty delicious. And overall, I think this is probably in the top 3 tonight. I would give it an 8. Solid flavor. One that I thought I would bring up just because I was like, I don't even know if this counts, and I totally forgot I had it. But when I was searching, making sure that I had everything, I found this one, lemon orange candy from Wonder Flavors. This is supposed to be Rice Krispies. It's not bad. It's just weird. I don't think lemon orange Rice Krispies when I vape it. It's more like lemon orange. I think like the cereal aspect comes into it, like for me, too much. So it's like a lemon orange cereal. That's what I think, like rice cereal. I feel like this one would be like some that you could use in like a Trix or like a Fruity Pebbles kind of mix, because I feel like the lemon orange is just begging for you to turn this Rice Krispie thing into a cereal. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. The beginning off the shake was a little bit I wouldn't say ruined it, but it distracted me. The orange is really weird off the shake and just kind of throws it off and makes it kind of like expired orange rice, and it was just very weird. But then after about 5-7 days, it gets a lot better. And I wouldn't recommend deep diving this or getting this unless you really like lemon and oranges. It was decent at best. I would give it like a 5. Lemon, jeez, like this name, lemon wafer, cream type, or cream type lemon wafer. This thing from SSA. I prefer Kim Nevadic's. This one was a little bit more lemony than Kim Nevadic's, which made it it didn't feel right. It was too much lemon. It's like you squirted lemon on top of your wafer. I did this one at 2.5, which might have been a little bit too high, but I did it at 2.5. This one had a really thick body and dense body for a wafer, which was kind of weird. And the lemon was just too overpowering. The cream was there, unlike Kim Nevadic's, but the lemon being too strong kind of made a mess of it. Also, the crispiness that Kim Nevadic had of the crust wasn't there as much. It was more kind of like crummy versus crusty. That sounds weird. But overall, I didn't really enjoy this one too much. I don't really like many of their type flavors, honestly. There's only a couple that I like. And then the final one, I don't think I missed any. The final one I couldn't source was Lemon Tart from Mullenberry. And then I'm pretty sure I don't have any lemon tarts. I don't think so. I don't think I have any. Is there a lemon tart? No, I didn't. I never got that. The one shot from VTA, and I've never. That doesn't count. Yep. So that's good. So now we switch over to my big face. There we go. So, anyways, that's pretty much all the lemon bakeries. There wasn't many tonight. As well as I didn't really deep dive them. If I had to recommend 3, I would recommend SSA Lemon Pound Cake and SSA definitely Lemon Cheesecake. And then number 1, I think Cap Lemon Meringue Pie V1. I would say it's between that and SSS Cheesecake or Lemon Cheesecake as my favorites. I think Cap V1 is going to be more versatile, more commercial friendly, more new mixer friendly, whereas I think once you get the hang of it, stuff like Lemon Cheesecake would be really good. The lemon cheesecake, what I plan on doing eventually, if I ever get to it, is making a blueberry lemon custard cheesecake. I think that's perfect for it. Add some creaminess to it, add some blueberry to it. Yeah, but not a big fan of these. It is what it is. That was part of the show, you don't always do stuff that you want to do, it's not going to be every week something that you want, but I love that too, because sometimes you end up finding stuff that you never try. Like the lemon cream wafer from Kim Nevada. I didn't think I would like that, and Bull City said, hey, you might like it if it's free, and I said, okay, that's true, and I did. I don't know if I would like it if I paid for it. Probably still would like it. Anyways, per the schedule that Odie originally had, it's gone now, but with the screenshots, we got white chocolate next. So that's another short episode. There's not too many white chocolates. We can take a gander. Ooh, preview. And go to flavor list and just search some Gringo chocolate latte. And we're going to probably see a couple ones. We got TPA. I have that. Flavor West. I have that. Favora. I have that. Liquid Barn. I got that. Wonder Flavors. I got that. VTA. I got that. I hate you, Real Flavors. I want your entire line and I have nothing. I don't think I have that. I'm not rich. I'd have to find it. I didn't know Volkswagen made candy or whatever. FA, I don't think I have that one. And also, no ratings. That's odd. Liquid Barn, I don't have that one. I believe I have Hankson. I have to look for it. I tried finding it earlier and couldn't find it. I don't have Triple O. Triple O is hard to source, and I'm not going to Amazon it. And I don't like many Triple O flavors. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Real Flavors. Flavor Revolution, I miss them. They were amazing. Delosi White Chocolate, I don't have it. White Chocolate Mocha sounds good. See how quickly they get you right back in there. White chocolate macadamia nut. I couldn't even source that for Noted. And white chocolate knobs. So I think that's gonna be a pretty good episode. There is some in there. I don't have do I have Decadent Vapors? No, I shouldn't have Decadent Vapors. I have about 30 to 50 of their flavors, but they're mostly pure. Fruits. Flavors Finest Argentina. Flavors. I don't have that though. I might want to get flavors in the future. Kim Nevada, don't have that. CSC, don't have that. Alright, so it looks like a good episode. We'll see. But I'll do that next week. Now, as I get this ready, we're going to go over flavor recipes. I figured I'd, every now and then I'll maybe make someone else's, but really just going to show you what I'm making for the week. Next week's episode, instead of doing a recipe, I'm going to go over what I use to test my flavors and what I use when I'm out and about or relaxing. I think that would be a good thing to go over with. Someone thought I was doing single flavor tests in an X-Roast Nano, and if you think I got that kind of money to be buying pods just to test flavors, first off, I'd hate my life testing flavors in a pod. That is the worst. But I'll go over that tonight. I'm going to do a recipe and show you what I made. I made one. I've already tried both of them. I'll be honest with both, and yeah, we'll see. So the first one I wanted to do was banana apple berry. I made one recipe with no nick, and then I made one with 6%. To give kind of a test on both. I always make the pods big, and then I make the mods a little bit smaller. That way, because most of the time I'm using the pods at work and at home, so I tend to try to make more of that because that's what I use, and I don't want to have to constantly mix. So anyways, my 3M thought was banana. I want to do something weird with banana. So I was like banana, apple, strawberry. And I was thinking berries. So I was like, I want to add some red and some blueberries in there, but not too much blueberries. So I went with banana custard, obviously, at 2%. Banana puree, one of flavors, at 1.5. Blueberry Flavor West at 2. Double apple cap at 1.5. Fuji apple at 1.5. Green apple hard candy at 3.5. Shisha strawberry at 2.25. Strawberry gummy candy at 2. It came out good. I wanted this one to be more focused on the apple, obviously. This one needs a little bit more of a steep. The Fuji apple and the double apple off the shake give me this kind of like peely cider-ish note, and then after a steep it kind of settles down. However, the banana, I thought, usually banana custard can kind of be a bully, and I thought it would be more of a bully. But I should have gone with my initial thought, which would 2.5. I think doing 2.5 would have been better. I put banana puree at 1.5. I just wanted to add more to the banana custard. Just the soft banana. It's not even banana custard. But I also knew the spiciness of banana puree might ruin it. So, there we go. So I put it at 1.5. However, I think I might switch it out in the future and maybe use like a banana cream or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Double apple I did at 1.5. Usually I can do it around like 3, but I wanted it to be a little bit less because I wanted to bring Fuji apple in there. I haven't used Fuji apple in the longest time, but I did love it. It's a little bit rough off the shake. And so this combination right now is ruining the recipe. The double apple and the Fuji apple at a total of 3%. Just a little bit too much skin, a little bit too much cider. I think after the steep, which I vape through the steep, but I think after a couple days it will kind of settle, and then everything else will kind of mold together. The green apple hard candy, I wanted to semi-push, but not too far. I know I could put 5, probably 10%, but I wanted to do it a little bit below the standard 5. So I put 3.5, as well as I just kind of wanted the candied artificial sweetness. Like I just wanted that there to give a nice, good, juicy base. Shisha strawberry I added to back up Flavor West. I thought, all right, I got a lot of different things here. I think throwing that out there, they would pair well together and kind of complement each other. And then the strawberry gummy candy was just to back up the strawberry so I would taste it at all. So far, after a couple hours steep, it's just way too much double apple. But that's okay. Or, well, literally double apples of the Fuji. However, the other one I made, because after that, I switched over and I was like, you know what, I'm sick. I've been on a grape binge. Eventually I'll go over how I mix, but when I go on binge, I just make what I want, and that's just that. And I've wanted grape for like a month, and so I've just been constantly doing grape, and it's just never been enough grape. So I said, you know what, I'm sick of this. I'm going to go full grape. And this is not even full grape. I had to tame it down. I remember I had it all the way at like 20%. Yeah, it's at 20%. I had it higher, and I don't need that much. So I did Great Kindevatic at the standard 5%. That's completely normal. I know it looks weird, but it's normal. Favora grape at 1.5. Grape juice Wonder Flavors at 3. Grape juice TPA at 4. Shisha again at 2. Super sweet at 0.75, so higher than my 0.5. And then sweet and sour purple drink at 4. I wanted as close to a disposable grape, like just nothing else I could do but just grape. Like if if I was going to be anything at life, it would be a raisin. Okay? You know what I mean? Like, I wanted that. And it's pretty good. This is the one I've been dealing with. Now, I've been doing grape juice TPA because that's the perfect, like, top note. Like, out of all of them, they don't really have a top note, but TPA, that's all it's got is top notes. And then, like, a generic sweetness behind it. Kim Nevadic is just weird. You'll mix with it sometimes and you'll get so much flavor out of it, and then you'll mix other stuff and you won't. But the Kim Nevadic grape plus Favora plus Wonder Flavors is making this, like, super sweet, super, like, this is just way too sweet. But it was what I was going for. I was like, you know what, I can't push, I don't like pushing flavors too far. I like to go right under the limit, you know, because that's just how I feel like my palate gets the best out of them. And with all that flavor in there, I was expecting it just to be too much. But it's just super sweet grape. I'm waiting for it to steep, because then the sweet and sour purple drink's going to come more out. When you use sweet and sour drink at a lower percentage, like sub 6, it is more of an additive, and it works really well. But sometimes it takes a couple days for it to show up. It's kind of late to the party. But I love it. And this came out pretty good. The purple flavor from Inawera, it's either Purple Rain, and then they also have another flavor that is called Purple Blend, what is it called? Purple Inawera Purple. Okay, that's nice of you. I have to spell Inawera, that's just rude. Purple Blush is really good. I wasn't thinking it, because, you know, it has kind of the perfuminess to it. I have mixed sweet and sour purple drink with Purple Blush, which wasn't too bad, honestly. The problem with the Purple Blush is it's a little bit too floral, which can lead to kind of weird instances. This one I like, how the grape AF, but it's just a little too sweet. I think Wonder Flavors has sucrose. I can't remember, but it's way too sweet, which is not bad. It's boosting all the flavors with that sweetness, but I think I don't need to add 0.25 extra to my normal 0.5. But I enjoy it. I'm definitely getting good grape. But I think what I'm going to take from this is I want to do grape Kim Nevadic, grape Favora, and sweet and sour purple drink. That's what I'm getting from it. We'll see. Both of these I'll talk about next week and just kind of go over with them how they've done after a week. I mean, I think this one, grape AF, is good, but I don't, the banana appleberry didn't, I spent a lot of time looking over the percentages, and I thought, you know, undershooting both these, you know, FA 0.5 undershot, and then double apple 50% undershot. Flavor West is more in the 3 to 4 to 5 range. I thought undershooting those would be okay, because when I work with green apple candy at an additive rate of 3 to 6, it typically has gotten bullied. So I thought, you know, it would go a little bit different. It is what it is. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose. Now at the end of the day, I don't hate it, and I think that's all that really matters. Is you don't hate what you're doing. You just make sure you're satisfied and happy. You know, that's all that really matters. But yeah, I gotta test it out on the RDA a little bit more too. Didn't really use it much. But yeah, that's it. We're gonna do white chocolate next week. I don't know if anyone's gonna have the timestamps. Not really needed, because I kind of, as you can see, I skimmed through it, 30 minutes, and I already got it all done. So I guess we'll shoot the here for 20 more minutes, and then I'll get off. Thank you all for the support. I know the channel is mostly gonna be replay, and that's fine by me. But I do appreciate everyone that comes out in the support. I miss my coworkers. I'll be honest. I miss them a lot. But who knows what the future holds? We'll see. I mean, you've seen Sam, and Window, I guess, was busy. She was going to try and drop by. I didn't see her, though. But we'll see what the future holds. You know, I'm going to learn how to do guests on this thing. As you can see, I got, wait, I gotta go. I got that guy, and then I got that guy. So, who's the green guy? Which green guy? The green guy right there. Right there. He was created by someone on Facebook. I think his name, isn't that CJ? I can't. I think it's it's like I think it's CJ in chat. Let me check. I can't remember. I think it's CJ was. It's Chris, but I think, yeah. I think it was CJ. I just couldn't remember if it was CJ. Exactly. And then Odie, a long time ago, made that one. So Odie made the picture of the taco. I don't know if he AI'd it or whatever. He made it, and then I took an app and then added the, DTV, welcome to Denoted, and all that. And yeah, I made that. And then this morning I made this one, so I'm getting the hang of it. There is some things that I have to learn, like, I'm not the best. If someone unsubscribes and subscribes, there would be like one of these things. That so I learned that. I feel like a normal channel. Here, I'll do it again. I like that. Look at that. I like that sound. I don't know. Yeah, I'm figuring it out, so I apologize. By the way, I hope the mic's okay. I have a $40 mic. I don't want to spend money on more. But yeah, I hope it's working well. I know if I talk really close, like I get really close into there, you guys can hear it better. At least I think so. This might be really annoying, sorry. But yeah, CJ made it. I don't know, I just somehow ended up with that alien kind of theme. I love tacos. I had pupusa. Y'all want to know something crazy? Is I went to a pho place. We have a local place, and it's a pho place, but they got empanadas and pupusas. And they're like the best pupusas. Like, amazing. And the Cortigo has like jalapenos in it. The red sauce was okay, but the Cortigo and anyways, I get distracted. And then I told CJ, hey, add some clouds in space, because why? Why would an alien be eating a taco on Earth? That makes no sense. But yeah, there's also other ones that he sent, so I think every week I'm going to kind of switch it up. But this was definitely my favorite because he looks innocent. He's got a little Grinch smile, and he's excited to take his first bite of his taco. And then he kind of has my frail body, so it just seems destined. And then this one was good, but he also looks like he's crying. Does he look like he's crying, or is that just me? I don't know. But I like both of them. This one came out brilliant. Brilliant. It's got my long neck, got my giant forehead, my 0% body fat torso, and it cut out my 100% gut, which win. But yeah, next week we're doing white chocolates. I actually like white chocolates. I don't know if you guys like white chocolates, but white chocolates are not that bad. They're not amazing, but there's a couple of them that are really solid. Actually, we can go over that real quick. If I remember correctly, I did a white chocolate one. I think I did. I did a white chocolate tobacco. Was it good? Let's hide private. Oh, yeah, I did. Let's switch over to share. I wonder which one it was. So there was two. So this one was the first one. I had love and white chocolate milky cream with mom and pop, RIP. This one was good, and that inspired the butterfly. Because I can't. I believe I wanted more tobacco in there. Yeah. This one is. I love this one a lot. I went through a phase where, like, for like 2 months, I was just popping out delicious, for me, delicious recipes of tobacco. This one's Caterpillar Chow at 5, Chocolate Musu Musu Mousse at 1.5, Love, which is a white chocolate cream at 1.5, Mild Tobacco Favora, which is going to be a legendary at 0.5, just to kind of bring in more notes. Vanilla Custard Favora at 2, because I wanted not too dense of a custard. I just wanted creaminess, vanilla-esque. Vanilla for Pipe 1.5, can't go wrong. And then White Chocolate Favora. Yeah, both of these were really good. Yeah, there's always something you can do. Switch to my big face. Look at that. I'm learning. See, the thing is, I don't have I can't get in medicine flour. I just can't. It's just too expensive. VSO white chocolate was pretty good. I don't want to spoil it, but I like a couple better. I think VSO is probably in the top 5. I haven't tried medicine flour. Not surprised. I'm willing to bet medicine flour, pretty much every single flavor they have has to be in like the top 10, except if it sucks. But I think most of their flavors are good, just way overpriced for me to get them. VSO white chocolate is good, but I don't want to spoil it, like I said. But I would say there's probably, you have a couple that are obviously better. I don't want to get into my favorite, but there's 2 that I would be perfectly fine having those. Well, 3 being the only white. Okay, 4 being the only white chocolate I ever have. But I could see VSO being in the top 5. I could see easily. I mean, let's get to it. It has to be Flavor West, Wonder Flavors, Favora, and VTA. Those are the 4. Like, who's better than those 4? I don't know. I mean, you could bring in the Liquid Barn, but that's like 15 different flavors in one, and it just so happens to have white chocolate in it. So I don't want to count that. But I can't think of any off the top of my head. VTA has to be. I don't know. I'll give you my top 5 when we get there. But VSO's is not bad. There is a couple that are bad. But white chocolates, not that bad of a week. Enjoyed it more than lemon bakeries, but even lemon bakeries surprised me, There was, a couple, but I think the ones that I would have hated would have been Triple O. I just have a hard time with Triple O. Like, everyone's like, oh my god, it's amazing, but I just constantly get light flavoring from them. And not, what? You never tried Flavor West white chocolate? I gotta remove his moderator privileges. That's just unacceptable. How have you never had Flavor West? I mean, it's either Favora or Flavor West is number 1, I would guess. Just, for the average person. I mean, if we go off of, and of course this is like saying the best album of all time is the most sales. That's not true, but the most used TPA. I mean, if Flavor West is better than, but and then Favora is newer. I think. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I didn't think. Well, I don't know. I won't tell y'all too much, but I don't. TPA is okay. Like who anyone quite strong at, well, there you go, that answers your 7% strength. Rum 2 is great addition for fruit. This is a good one if you have a particular flavor. White chocolate, but it's chocolate. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe it's just an additive type deal. When I pushed, we'll talk about it next week. But when I pushed it, it's hard to talk about next week without talking about it in general. But we'll get there. Honestly, Flavor West is kind of garbage. Like, if you're doing, like, alright, don't hurt me, you commercial heads, because they're probably amazing in commercial recipes, but, like, if you're thinking about, alright, here's this flavor, lemons. Who do you think is going to have the worst lemon? Out of all the companies, who? It's always going to be Capella, TPA, or Flavor West. They're always going to have at least one of the worst three. Triple O might be there, VTA might be there, but generally, for my palate at least, Flavor West is always near the bottom. Every now and then they have a blueberry, every now and then they have a kiwi, every now and then they have overall, some of the worst flavors, I think. I don't think they're in Bickford range, but I definitely don't think they're anywhere near Capella, TPA, Inawera, stuff like that. I think they do stuff really good, which is commercial e-liquids, too much sweetener, high percentages. It has to be. The thing about TPA in comparison to Flavor West is Flavor West, yeah, it does have the blueberries, the butterscotch, all that. But TPA has some really good legendary flavors, and I think TPA is better. I think overall I'd rather go with TPA. But I think if we're talking about the big, the big 5, the big 10, we're not bringing Fairy's Finest and Bickford into the situation. It has to be Flavor West is the worst. I mean, someone enlighten me. Inawera, I know a lot of people hate him. That's because I think people overshot. Inawera is a 1 to 2% company, and a lot of people would just be like, oh, I had pineapple at 17%. It's like, no, it doesn't work that way. No, it's Dark Side of the Moon, without a doubt. The background of my laptop is Dark Side of the Moon, and I have, I would say 10 to 20 Pink Floyd shirts. I love that. But you're not going to distract us, Paul, from the fact that Flavor West is not that good. I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of companies yeah, it's just $1.29, try it out. I think that's TPA and Cap. Waste $1.29 trying them. I think in most instances, unless you just want to ruin your coils and have sucralose and sweetness just in your face, no reason for that Flavor West. But it is what it is. VSO is weird. They have, I don't ignore the regulars, but the raws, some are good, some are bad, but it's just, I don't know. Every time there's, that's a good blueberry, it's like, yeah, it's good, but I like this one better. Or, yeah, it's good, I like this one better. Or, yeah, it's good, but I want to use this one. I don't know, I never had the hardest part with VSO is more controlling the flavors. The flavors tend to either be bullied or bullied. But I think they're workable. I don't think they're as terrible as everyone makes them out to be. That whole thing with the debacle kind of sucked, man. What was that? But Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was, I think there was more to it. I just gave my honest opinion. I don't think anything I said was detrimental or hateful to a company. And I don't think what I say brings less money to anyone's table. At least I don't know. But I don't hate Swaggy. I don't hate VSO. I don't hate his people. I know they hate me, but it is what it is. I ain't got time for that. It was just sad. I didn't like how it ended. But I called it. I said that was going to happen because, I got to be honest. And I don't want to hurt people's feelings with my honesty. It's just my palate. I'm not 100% right. It's just I'm 100% right for me. And nothing wrong with that. You have to figure out how to be 100% right for yourself. And unfortunately, sometimes when you're in the public eye, you know, it upsets people, and I understand that. VSO butter. You get the raw. Don't get the extreme. You can get the OG too, but the raw. That it is the best butter you can get besides VTA butter base. And now with that gone, it's really only FA butter, which is it's just not as creamy as you would want. And VSO is just a nice creamy butter. I don't. That's one of his flavors. Everyone talks, oh, blueberry, oh, strawberry, oh, this. His butter needs to be talked about because I think it's pretty much a perfect flavor. I mean, I know it's butter, but I mean, it does what what you want into mixes. It doesn't overpower. It's easy to mix with. It's just great. The VTA butter base I like for instances where I want more cream. Like if I'm doing a cake and I just want to add some butter to it, I would go with that. But if I were to go just I want butter, definitely go with VSO. I guess, yeah, that's true with how far they go. But at the end of the day, you have to invest in that, and that's an investment, and that's more expensive. Uh, we finished up talking about lemon bakeries. There wasn't many, under 10, so it took, I don't know, 30 minutes, and then we talked about 2 recipes that I'm making, or I already made, but I'm using them the whole week. And now we're just shooting, just talking, nothing but talking. That's most of the, when I originally did lives, I just talked with chat. But, not much for lemon bakeries. Next week is white chocolates, which I think will have a little bit more to it. FA butter, I think, is slept on, though. I mean, if you're looking for just butter, like not creamy, just butter. Like if you wanted pancakes, that would be it. You know what I mean? Or just add butter to your waffle. I mean, FA butter's good. Let's check out the butter flavors. Butter. There we go. See, learning this. I'm getting it. I'm getting the hang of it. Yeah, we're gonna get peanut butter, buttercream, golden butter, butter pecan, butter TPA. Look at all these triangles, man. I've never seen more triangles. Caramel butter, FA butter, butter base, butter cake, butter rum. There ain't too much, It's unfortunate. Where is VSO? You'd think VSO would be up here. Y'all don't use it. What the heck? Y'all need to use way more. Look at that. I mean, I don't know. If y'all can talk all the crap you want about VSO, it is what it is. But butter, I mean, that y'all talk about blueberry too much. It's butter. I don't even think it's really close, you know? Now with VTA gone, I don't know. VTA was definitely closer. I think FA is good in certain incidents, but I think VSO overall would be the best butter. How do we get to butter? White chocolate all the way to butter. Paul, you can still get VTA at Noms, I believe. I can't search that on the share screen, but I believe they're still up. Yeah, they still have it. I heard around the way. Let me double check for the butter base though. That is not how you spell butter base. Okay, I need to learn how to spell. Come on. No, it's hard spelling at this angle. Butter base. Yeah, they have it. Let's check the stock. Yep, they have everything except for 120s. So you can definitely get it if you need. Yeah, DIY e-juice Canada. Not a big fan of it, just for the simple fact, I just don't like paying all that shipping, man. And I feel like I could be crazy, but I feel like the prices are a little bit higher. It's like, what do you call them? DIYFS or whatever. But, you know, if you're in Canada, it's probably cheaper. I don't know. Honestly, there's not that many less people in here than Noted, which kind of shocked me. I didn't think a lot of people would come out for me. Not to sound like emo or something. I didn't think. I had only one hateful comment this week, but I kind of knew it was a fake account. It is what it is. I won't play into any drama. You know, what my panel does, what they do, that's their life. But me, I just don't care. I just do me, and if you like me, that's cool, and if you don't, I understand. Can't be liked by everyone. But I'm really glad everyone showed up. I don't base everything off cost, but I have priorities in my life that override mine. And so, if my kid needs some, if my landlord needs some, if my mom needs some, if I need some, that always overrides it. And even though Noted didn't give me a ton of kickback, it definitely gave me some advantages to where I could get some stuff and not have to worry about it. You know, some lines were sent, some weren't, but now that's not here. And so it's always been important to me, because I might not have an issue getting the 2,500 flavors behind me or whatever, but a lot of people are not in that circumstance where they can. They might have more than one kid. They might have health issues. They might have low job, low income. There's many circumstances. So when I do explain a flavor, I want to incorporate that, because it is important to some people. It isn't necessarily important to me, but every purchase I do, I equate the price, because I don't need anything. Everything I order is purely because I'm a spoiled brat. I could stop buying and probably never need to buy anything again. So everything I do, I just think of it in that way. oh, that's a cool new flavor. It's the best blueberry medicine flower. I should probably get that. But I don't need it. I want it, but I don't need it. So like I might be a little bit too, I'm picky about that, but it's important now because if I already deep dived on so many flavors, every hundreds of episodes. What is it? 200 some odd episodes. And so I don't want to. I want to try to save whatever I got. The thing about cost versus value is like the value is just what I make out of it. I don't think about restocking. I just kind of go about my life, and then once I need something, I get it. But a lot of times, like, oh, I'm out of TPA right strawberry. Okay, I'll get Cap sweet strawberry. You know what I mean? It's something like that. So I'm not too worried about, getting medicine flower and all of Flora, However, I mean, maybe we can get to the point where I could reach out to medicine flower and be like, hey, y'all do this and I'll do this for y'all. I don't know. But more, I never will or lose my passion for this. And the reason why is because I know how far to go with it. I don't need to go too deep dive. I mean, I was averaging, 15, 20 flavors. I do need Dumé. That's the only flavor that is a want and a need. And I'll eventually get it. But that's the only one I can think of. And that one's only because, I'm addicted to mangoes. I love mangoes. In the future, I'll probably just do a mango episode of my, top 10, I guess. I don't have as many mangoes as strawberry. But the problem, or the easy thing about mangoes is a lot of them suck, so it kind of gets rid of a lot of them. But I mean, I got the thing about value is I get that because you're buying it, but I have value behind me, so I it's more just find a way around it. No, I wanted the guava, the blueberry, strawberry. If you think about the flavors I like, tropicals and berries, that's probably what I would want. I also kind of want to try flavors based off sessions, reviews, and some of that. I'm just curious. But I think my next purchase is probably going to be Flavor Art and SSA. I was going to get them for the show and was waiting for the right time for a sale. I was expecting, Labor Day sale or something like that and pounce on it. Never got around to it. But I mean, that kind of, eliminates, because I don't have to get every single one like I used to. I can just get the ones that I think I would like or am intrigued by, which can allow me to then purchase other flavors that I normally wouldn't get, like medicine flower. And I do have some kind of code somewhere. I remember, I believe Rocky gave it me some kind of code. Like the strawberry frap, I want to try that. Spicy lime, not really into that. The apple tart, I want to try. Pineapple Coke, and I definitely need that for my coladas. Para Williams DC, I want to try that. I just hope it's not the liquor. Mango raspberry, kind of interested in that, but mostly the mango Indian special double concentrate. Killer vanilla, want that. Ice Plus, why not? Grape juicy, I want because I'm on a grape binge. And then they have blue ras fruit punch. That intrigues me. But then the apple Fuji intrigues me, but the lychee blackberry, no. Yeah, that's about it. And then there's new SSA. If I remember correctly, if I can find it, Super Aroma, search. New to old. The strawberry candy I want. There was lemon meringue. I should have got it for. And then the maraschino. Then there's cocoa milk. There's a couple of things. Papaya, of course. Sweet. There's a couple. And I'll try to get them for the show. But what is the impact? Yeah, the new FA. I kind of want new SSA. Impact flavors. And then, you saw Inaware changing to Flavorica. I'm always going to call them Inaware. I like that word. I don't even know what it means. But it's pretty good. Flavorica. Yeah, I'm going to be doing this every Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Next week is White Chocolate 50. So we're going to go over the, 7 white chocolates. Yeah, I think SSA I think if we're talking about overall value, SSA's got to be in the top 3. Now, if you're talking about, potency, you're talking about Flora, Medicine Flower, maybe even Inawera. But SSA, I think, has the highest hit rate with the best price. And I think overall, if you use them at 2% on average, they're going to be clutch. I don't know. SSA, I think, is what in 2016 FA was. Does that make sense? I'm pretty sure I killed an Italian's heart by saying that, but it's true. Back in the day, FA was like that. They were more clutch, and now they're just kind of, in the top 5. Whereas SSA, I don't know, bro. They hit pretty hard. They hit as loud as this storm that came out of the blue. We had like a 10% chance of rain, and it's been raining this entire time. That's how you know I love y'all. Because I would have ran outside in that rain in a heartbeat. Just listening to the rain. I love rain. Well, but I'll be doing this every week. And yeah, I gotta learn a little bit more about Streamlabs. It seems like in general I got the hang of it. I just need a Zoom account, or I just have guests for 30 minutes. Either or. But yeah, we'll do white chocolate next week. If I have a recipe, I'll go over it. But I'm going to go over my test setups. Just so I can... because someone thought I was testing on a pod, which is just... I mean, props to you. If you do... I mean, I do test my recipes on a pod. But, oh my gosh, testing single flavor test on a pod has to be probably one of the worst things. How do you not have Recca? You don't have Recca? And what was the other flavor you didn't have? I'm very disappointed in you. Recca. Like, first off, if you've had any disposable within the last 4 years, you've had Recca. And second off, I think if you want Recca, you have to kind of be pro ice. A lot of their flavors have ice. I have probably 20 to 30 of their flavors. And though I don't think they have a hit rate like Nature's flavors, where I have about 15 of them and they're all 15 good, I think Recca does stuff good. They do ice the best out of all companies. Their ice blends tend to have the best balance of top and bottom, as well uh, as well as they do tropicals and fruits very well. What are you guys doing on Monday? I'm surprised Wayne's doing. That's a lie, because didn't Sam say he wanted to take a break? I thought he wanted to take a break. I don't know what will happen. I don't know if we'll ever do. See, I feel like Linda, I don't want to speak for them, but I feel like Linda and Sam wanted, with the whole situation, are going to take a break. But I don't know. We talk regularly, but I haven't asked them directly. But see, you say you're lying, but I know Sam would love to get you on stream. But Wayne is doing something on Monday night. But it made sense, man. I never liked that we were on Wayne's channel. And it's no disrespect to Wayne. I just was like, why are we... Like, there should be a develop Mix and Vixens type situation. Because, like, it's just going to lead to, you know, a situation where either we say something that doesn't align with his values, or we say something that ruins his channel. You know, I don't know. I just thought it was a little bit risky. Also, we don't have control of everything. But if I get the hang of this, then we could do it again. I wouldn't be opposed. Honestly, it feels weird. The only thing I was opposed was once I started working 6:30 to 3, so I was waking up at 4 a.m. It was just I was done, you know. Not in an aspect of like happiness or, you know, dedication. I was more just exhausted. Like, bro, I need to be in bed. It's 10 o'clock. I wake up in like 5-6 hours. So that's why I moved it to 9 on Saturdays, or 9:30. And then I was like, oh crap, Tim has a stream. So then I was like, I was going to do something like 9, maybe 8. But I did 9:30, that way it could end and blah blah blah. No, I mean, he never liked the layout and all that, but I don't think he would intrude upon it. I think the strikes did it. And then once the strikes did it, it kind of made it all awkward. We had to watch what we said, you know. You can't get it from here. I had to start making bit.lys, you know. But I don't think... here's the problem, though. Like, I'm in my own world always. So, like, from my eyes, it was just normal routine. I was just, like, tired, you know, because I got work. But, like, I don't know. From an outsider's perspective, maybe people saw something. But from inside, there was nothing different. We got strikes because links saying you can get this from blah, 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 blah. It was the strikes. There was drama outside, but it wasn't pertaining us. You get what I'm saying? Like, YouTube strikes is not pertaining us. You know, companies, you know, that can't promote themselves because of YouTube is not us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, I think now that it's his show, he doesn't have to show up. You get what I'm saying? Oh, this Monday I'm busy, the baby, blah, 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 pregnant. All right, see you next week, Whereas with Noted, it's like, now Tim's got to load it up. I don't know. We should have just had our own channel. But like, there was nothing between us. And I mean, at least from my perspective, the passion wasn't gone. I still don't understand that. And I didn't see it. I do know Linda and I were exhausted. Both Linda and I are East Coast. The stream starts at 10, and we wake up at 4 a.m. You get what I'm saying? And we gotta sit there and talk for 2-3 hours. So we're getting 2 to 4 hours tops of sleep. So yeah, we're like tired because we've been awake for like 18 hours. But passion, no. I think, I liked all the advancements that Odie made. I thought we were making steps towards what Noted should have always been, even the OG with the organization. But maybe that made it a little too stiff. I don't know. As far as my angle, and I'm not going to speak for anyone in Noted, I thought we were in the right groove. You know what I mean? I thought it was perfect, We have more organization, we have ratings, we have cool little things. Now you just have me with, little things that I can do, I'm not anywhere skilled as Odie is or Wayne and Tim on Streamlabs, But yeah, as far as my side, I thought everything was dandy. But I am kind of happy it's over. Because I can sleep. You know what I mean? That's it. That's literally it. Like, bro, getting 3 hours of sleep and then busting. Like, people don't know what I do, but I'm pretty... I don't get a break always. During July, I didn't get any break because we were short and I was covering someone. And now I've started to get a break, but I'm on my feet 8 hours a day helping old people, and yeah, it's a lot harder on 2 hours sleep. So I was happy for that, and now I'm wide awake and don't work tomorrow, so yay. But the show ending, no, I still don't agree with it, but that's why I'm doing it on here, because it's mine. I don't hurt anyone, don't affect anyone's income, don't have any companies that I need to abide to, although I still am sponsored by several companies. If you go to my Instagram, I have all the three, eLeaf, Wismec, Joytech. I got them. Technically still have a BCF coupon. It's the 6% one. They're doing 10% for this month, by the way. I think it's Candied Grapes 10 or something. Just go to their website, you'll see. And then who else? Kendo's my favorite cotton. I'm not sponsored by them. Who else is my sponsors? I'm such a good person. This is how you know I don't really give a crap. Oh yeah, that's it. I dropped the rest. There was a couple others. I was sponsored by a couple of e-liquid companies, but I get 50% off. I don't care about that, bro. Send me free stuff or leave me alone. I don't care. I don't need your juice. Wismec's cool. I love them. Hope they're okay. I always worry about them. But yeah, there's no one above me. Well, I thank y'all for viewing. Still shocked. I'm still shocked this many people came. 17 views. There's 17 people right now? 17, that's like the whole night, right? I don't think 17 people are watching. All right, so everyone in chat start counting. Someone say 1 and then 2 and so forth. There's no way. I think there's 17. What the heck? There's 17 of you. That's quite impressive. I didn't know. Well, I appreciate y'all for joining me. That's absolutely insane. Yeah, there's 16. What the heck? Oh, wow. Look at the stats. Can I show you all the stats? Let's look at stats. Does it show? Does it show? Why doesn't it show? It won't show it. What if I do this? Window capture. If I unlock it and then lock it? No, it doesn't show it. Probably do that on purpose. But yeah, we had 43 views. We had 16 concurrent viewers, and the average view was 30 minutes, which is cool. The highest point was 20. Chat rate, what does that even mean? Chat rate? At one point we had 8 in a minute? Bruh. View, what is it? Jeez, YouTube gets deep, bro. It's for real on here. How do I get out of here? Oh, there we go. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, thank you. Alien was made by CJ. CJ was nice enough to make it. This one was the first one made too. There was several that he made, and I think Tracy made. But there was something about this one, so I went with it. But it'll switch every now and then. There's a couple of them that are, pretty cool. This one came out the best, I think. I think it's kind of... I don't think it... Like, if I was an alien, I think that's what I would look like. Like, giant eyes. Very bony. Yeah. I don't like the taco too much. I think it needs a little bit more toppings. Like, this is straight meat. Where's the cheese? Where's the sauce? Nothing. But, that's what AI does. It does. Wait. I can't get the eyes that big, but you got the deal. I can't get the eyes. He got a killer jaw. I'll shave the mustache so you can see it. But yeah, well, I guess I'll get ready to relax and then go to bed. Storm's getting intense. Y'all stay safe if you're in the hurricane's path. That's just lettuce, I think. I think it's just lettuce. But stay safe if you're in the path. I'm going to get off, get some food, go to bed, enjoy my time. I enjoyed the time with y'all. Really appreciate the support. Like I said, I'm only doing this for others. I don't mind sitting on the couch Saturday nights and watching YouTube. But I also want to help the community as much as possible. I don't care about sharing my recipes. I more want to encourage you to mix your own stuff, as well as find inspiration in whatever you may. Don't you give me no lactose-free tacos. But yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to help as many people as I can. I find that the most enjoyable, most satisfying for me. I don't care if you mix my recipes. I honestly recommend you don't, and you make your own version of my recipe. Literally adapt it and take everything and throw it out and make it your own. But I hope it encourages you to do your own thing, encourages you to make something different. That's my goal. My goal is just to make you the best for you, because at the end of the day, who knows your palate better than you? No one. And so once we figure out your palate, or well, I guess I can help you though, then it gets a lot easier. Like, even that one I don't like, the mix I made, it's gonna be good. And I'm gonna learn from it. But yeah, I love y'all. Stay safe. Enjoy your Sunday and your Saturday night. Have a good week. I don't have the schedule in front of me for other shows. I know Tim goes live on Tuesdays and Saturdays off the top of my head. Daytime Frank is still moving those Corvettes, so we ain't got nothing on Sunday. I don't think I'll ever do anything on Sunday, just heads up. But yeah, y'all have a great night. Thank you for coming. I'll come up with slogans to say like yippee-dee-yoo, yippee-ki-yay, bye, click, or whatever. I don't know. But stay safe out there. Keep mixing. Do your thing. If you have any questions, hit me up. Please subscribe. You can also find me anywhere, Daniel _the_Vape Man or Daniel the Vape Man. I'm everywhere that is where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, Steve-O. Make sure to subscribe to Steve-O as well. He's a new guy. Well, I don't know if he's new, but he's new to making content, and he makes some awesome shorts. And he's got those normal anti-vapors on those shorts, commenting like, "Why are you vaping, you nerd? You should vape. -1 for life." So make sure to go and support him, give him thumbs up, and give him comments saying, "Keep doing you." Trolls gonna trolls, ignorant gonna be ignorant. Just do y'all. Yeah, exactly. But check out everyone, subscribe, like, yada yada, thumbs down, I don't care. Eat tacos, drink water, drink Dr. Pepper. 23 ingredients of hell yeah. And yeah, get some sunlight. Anyways, good night. See y'all next Saturday for White Chocolate, episode 2. And yeah, good night. Do you think a taco can be too big? No, right?